Hi, my name is David Buchbinder. I'm a musician, composer, and producer, and I'm here to talk to you about the Ward Cabaret. The Ward Cabaret is a musical theatrical production that reimagines the sound of Toronto's first cross-cultural neighborhood. Think of the Ward as Toronto's Lower East Side. It was a place that was dirty, crowded, dangerous, and full of life. A place where Jews, blacks, Italians, and Chinese lived, worked, struggled, and created together. So the Ward was where today's City Hall is, between Yonge, University, Queen, and Gerrard. Imagine that you were walking down Elizabeth Street in 1910. Over there, the window of the African Methodist Church is open and you hear the choir, the sound of the choir pouring out from inside. To your right, there's an Italian fiddler playing for some street kids. Later that evening, in the basement around on Turali Street, there's the speakeasy with the sound of blues coming through the open window. And on Sundays, in the burlesque house, which is not allowed to open on the Lord's Day, is the Cantonese Opera Society performing their incredible music. In 2016, I met architect Michael McClelland, and he showed me a copy of a book that he co-edited about the Ward. It looked fascinating. There were over 50 articles in it about every aspect of life. I took one look at the book and said, Michael, this would make a great opera. And Michael, being a very enthusiastic fellow, took me up on that idea, and we began to develop what has become this show. In 2016, we presented a small cabaret version of it at Soul Pepper Theatre. In 2017, we brought it to a sold-out show at Lula Lounge, a great world music venue. And last year, in 2018, we presented 4 sold-out performances at the Luminato Festival. By the time we got to Luminato, it had evolved into a fully theatrical production with the music, text, video, all of it coming together to tell the story of the Ward. Now, we're ready to present the first full production of the Ward Cabaret at Harbourfront Centre in December 2019. Creating the show has been an amazing process because the people who are in the creative team are from the 4 communities that made up the Ward. And so making the show is like truly bringing the Ward back to life, but in Toronto of 2019. We believe that not only are these stories and songs, this history, really pleasurable to create, to share, and to experience as an audience, they have become extremely important. In this day and age, when there are so many forces that are working to blow us apart, we need stories and experiences that will bring us together. We're creating the show for ourselves, for our audiences, and for the people who lived in the Ward over 100 years ago. so that their voices can be heard again. All of us thank you for your time, your interest, and your support.
Oh,